Hey, are you a high achiever who struggles with perfectionism? Do you get stuck in the cycle of overthinking? Do you do everything for everyone else because you think otherwise it won't get done? Do you feel like you should come with a disclaimer? Hi, I'm anxious. Hey, I'm Katy. Full disclosure, I'm not a therapist, doctor, or mental health professional. I'm just a career mama who also struggles with anxiety. For me, anxiety reared its head at the most inconvenient times when I wanted to be present with my family, at those high pressure business meetings, when I was laying in bed awake at night worrying instead of sleeping. I just wanted to relax and be able to have fun, and I know that you do too. What if you found tools to manage your anxiety? What if you knew how to enjoy life even though you are anxious? Look, it's time to put down that third cup of coffee and swap it for some lemon water. We're going to get control over anxiety so it can stop controlling you. Let's go, girl. Hello, friends. Today, I'm excited to share 3 of my favorite hacks to use to reframe your mindset and find anxiety relief. We'll talk about some common anxiety producing mindset issues that come up for high achieving women and some quick and easy mindset shifts that you can use to bring your anxiety down a notch or two. Before we get started today, I'd like to read a podcast review left by one of my listeners, Mama Liz. Mama Liz says, Katy, I listened to your first podcast and look forward to what's ahead. I think anyone with anxiety, be it slight or intense, is forever seeking calm and peace. You have a way of bringing calm with your kind voice and peace with your simple tasks that can lower anxiety and make the things we value in life a bigger focus. Mama Liz, I am so grateful you took the time to leave this review. You are right, anxiety issues leave us seeking calm and peace, and I'm so happy to hear that my voice and simple tasks help bring calm and peace to the anxious. Thank you for sharing this review and for being here with me. And friends, I would really appreciate if you would also go rate and review the podcast in Apple Podcasts. It's really helpful for podcasts that are just starting out to receive reviews, and I'd really love your feedback. Your feedback helps me create shows that you want to hear. I was introduced to the concept of mindset work a number of years ago and really started working with it in 2018. That timing corresponded with the arrival of my first child and with my business really taking off. Becoming a parent and CEO of my business have both given me plenty of opportunity to work with my mindset and how my mindset impacts my anxiety level and my ability to reach my goals. As I have made mindset work an intentional habit, I've learned 3 specific hacks to deal with some of the mindset issues that come up for me most often and cause me anxiety. So today I want to talk about have tos, shoulding, and how can I make this fun. Let's first start with have tos. How many times a day do you think to yourself, I have to, and then insert task here? I have to take a shower. I have to feed my kids dinner. I have to get that report done so that it's ready in time for the meeting. Those are some great examples of have tos that could come up for any of us high achieving working mamas on any given day. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, do I really have to? Do I really have to take a shower? Do I really have to feed my kids? Do I really have to get that report done in time for the meeting? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you do have to, maybe you don't have to. But asking myself this question has been truly mind blowing at times. It's a great question to ask because I think it can help you determine what is really important to you and why. I don't know about you, but I've been guilty of losing sight of what's really important in life. What is really important? The health of my family, my relationships with my family and friends, the fact that my kids were fed, but maybe not a gourmet meal. So, what really matters to you in life? Ask yourself this question the next time you think to yourself, I have to. I guarantee when you say, I have to yourself, it causes you some anxiety. So, let's try a mindset shift here and ask yourself, do I really have to? And then think about the answer to that question. You really love your children, you want them to eat, so of course you're going to feed them dinner. You'd really like a shower, and maybe you have a little BO, but perhaps spending time playing with your kids or getting that report done so that it's ready in time for the meeting is a little bit more important than needing a shower because you stink a little bit. So, do you really have to? Ask yourself the question. Next, I want to talk about shoulding yourself. I've worked on intentionally eliminating the use of the word should from my vocabulary because not only do I find it to be not helpful, but it often makes me feel worse. So let's talk about shoulding yourself. How often do you think I should insert something here? I should clean my office. It's really messy. I should return those library books right now so that I don't forget to do it by Thursday, which is the real deadline. I should eat a salad for dinner instead of going out for pizza with my friends. I call this shoulding yourself. Now, I want you to think about how you feel when you should yourself. Do you feel anxious? I often do. For example, when I talked about having a salad instead of going out for pizza with my friends, I worked in advance to prepare a healthy salad for myself because I value eating healthful food. I value using my money to buy groceries rather than eating out most of the time so that I can save money for other things. But I also value spending time with my friends, and I also value eating out on occasion because it's just fun to do. I value eating good food. So maybe it's okay that I took the time to pack myself a salad today, but my friends at the last minute asked me out to a lunch date where we're going to go have pizza. Maybe it's okay I just leave that salad for tomorrow's lunch instead. Maybe it's okay I don't eat the healthier option. Maybe it's okay that I spend a little bit of money going out with my friends. I think that this is a great example of where you could be using should against yourself. So ask yourself, should you really be doing this thing, the thing that you're shoulding yourself to do? And why should you do this thing? I want you to really consider why you think you should do that thing. Does it line up with your values? Does it line up with how much time you have in the day compared to your priorities? After you consider these things, should you really do it? And if so, why not just get rid of the word should and instead say, I plan to, or I want to, or I intend to? Give that a try and see how it feels instead of using the word should. Does it feel a little better? So, I plan to have lunch with my friends today rather than I should sit in my office and eat my salad that I packed. That feels better to me. And I want to share with you finally this third hack that I use to reframe my mindset to find anxiety relief, and that is to ask myself, how can I make this fun? This question is so incredibly helpful because if you are doing something and it's causing you anxiety, ask yourself, how can I make this fun? I think it's hard to use this question and not find a way to take your anxiety down a notch. It takes just a second to ask yourself the question. And I think there's something in asking the question that can shift your mindset from a negative, anxiety ridden place to one where you feel just a touch better while doing what you were doing anyway, if not feeling entirely different about it. I talk about using the question, how can I make this fun, more in episode 8, so go back and listen to that episode if you want to hear more about this hack. So, friends, today we learned 3 hacks to reframing your mindset to find anxiety relief. And those hacks included asking, do I really have to? Not shoulding yourself, and asking yourself, how can I make this fun? So, your homework today is to pay attention so you can catch yourself thinking you have to do something or you should do something. Then use one of these 3 hacks for yourself. I'm guessing my fellow high achieving women think about these things maybe 100 times a day or more. You should yourself, or you think to yourself you have to. So I know you'll have an opportunity to practice, and I know you'll feel just a little bit less anxiety if you try one of these 3 hacks on yourself. That's all for today, friends. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to talking with you next week. Hey, friend, thanks for being here. Did today's episode help you feel more in control of your anxiety? Did it inspire you to rest or relax? Or maybe it challenged you to really look at why anxiety is a part of your life? If so, I'd love to hear from you. If you would take 30 seconds, pause this episode, scroll down in Apple Podcasts, and leave me a review, I would be so grateful. See you next week. Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional and this podcast is not providing therapy or medical treatment. Contents of the podcast are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your healthcare provider with your health questions and concerns.